Hello, everybody, and welcome to SportsLine. I'm Anthony Giacometti, and alongside me is
I'm Carrie Corrado.
And we got a great show for you, and we're actually going to start off
with field hockey.
And Lehigh came into Hank Vincent Field this past week, and I'll tell you what, the Mountain Hawks were looking for a victory, but the pesky Explorers, coming off 2 victories last week, we're going to keep them away. We got highlights here to show you, but let's talk about Lehigh a little bit and about how they came into the game, and especially the Explorers. I think Rebecca Chalak stepped up big time.
Yeah, because this is one of their bigger competitions that they look forward to each year. And as you can tell, Rebecca Chalak stepped up and helped them succeed in their games.
Rebecca Chalak had 2 goals on the afternoon, and this is a great stop by Emma Ruth. She had 8 saves on the day. And I'll tell you what, the Explorers have really come on strong preparing for Atlantic 10 play. They've really looked good the past few weeks.
And you can tell the offense is stepping up, but without Emma Ruth, they wouldn't be gaining these victories. She's stepping up and saving multiple goals throughout the game.
Yeah, she had 8 saves in this one, and we have highlights of St. Francis for you as well. But there was the goal that put them up 3-1, which was ultimately the final score. Once again, scored by Rebecca Chalak. Just a huge day for the Explorers, for them to go out there and play Lehigh like they did. They were an evenly matched team, and in order to get that victory, that was huge.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's move on to their next game.
Well, the following day, the field hockey team took on St. Francis.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Flash came down from Laredo, PA, to take on the Explorers, and once again, we have highlights of that as well.
This game, of course, ended in overtime, like we've seen as another theme throughout the sports teams at LaSalle. Lindsay Fry was a big player in this game. She's scored the winning goal, and she's been stepping up this year and last year, and she's a big attribute to the team.
Well, there was only one highlight for the entire game. They played through a rain-soaked Hank Vincent Field, and I'll tell you what, that's the highlight right there. Lindsay Fry nailing the game-winning goal to put the Explorers on top, and then ultimately to get the victory. I'll tell you what, going into Atlantic 10 play, this team's looking strong. From Lindsay Fry and Rebecca Chalak really doing well on the assist end and really scoring well, to Emma Ruth in goal. They're really starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, and it's not just one player stepping up. They're all contributing to the win.
No, the entire team is starting to step it up. And I'll tell you what, other Explorer athletics have stepped it up as well.
Yes, they have.
And we'll get to them right now.
All right, well, the women's tennis team are off to an explosive start of their season as their current record 4-1. The Explorers topped Kutztown 4-2, and it seemed as if the entire team contributed to the victory. Lee Garrison, Ella Amrin, and Chloe Trave and Courtney Bobo each had a single victory in the match. Kiara Smith and Garrison were fine in doubles, while Sarah Chambers and Pearl Wilkins were the number 3 in the win. Good work, girls.
And men's tennis looked to maintain their winning streak this past week as they faced the Philadelphia University Rams. The Explorers have now lost a set leading up to their match with the Rams, but the tide would quickly turn. The Explorers would lose their doubles matches 2-1. Joseph LeBate played in both the second and third doubles matches for the Explorers. Trevor Donovan and Joe LeBate were able to pick up singles victories for the Explorers, but it just wasn't enough. The Rams defeated the Explorers. Final score, Philly U 5, LaSalle 4.
Now, the men's tennis team played so well that they played a hard-fought match against Philadelphia University. Yet, unfortunately, the win could not carry over to beat Mount St. Mary's. Robert Nasser had the only win of the day as his second set on the tiebreaker. Final score, Mount St. Mary's 6 and LaSalle 1.
Well, it's time for a quick break, but when we get back, we'll see if the men's soccer team can pick up their first win of the year.
Yes, and don't forget that later in the show, Tyler Kimmel will be sitting down with members of the women's rugby team, so stick around.